on.
Yeah, you don't sound muffled, so we good. All right. So, I'm in, welcome to the after party. Welcome to the after party. As you know, I'm the host Ray, and as always, I got Material Life.
Hello.
Now, normally I would surprise her with a video, but with a video like this, I just told her up front if she wanted to react with this one, and she was like, "Of course." Uh, so, so as you can see, as I start sharing the video, we're about to get into a video by I think her name is Nelly Monaco, and if you don't know her, she done the Pineapple Show, so she also talked about stuff like this, which is 12 bedroom mistakes most men make that all women hate. So I thought it was very interesting. I always wanted to bring a woman on here. So obviously, who else better than Material Life? Now,
Mm.
now, B. Before we get into it, is there anything that men do in the bedroom that you do not like?
Oh, I would have to say when they lack, like, you know, that alpha energy or just do what they're supposed, like when they lack the bed stroke, I would have to say. But I want to hear what the 12 ones she's gonna say.
Okay,
For
so
me, it's definitely if it's just bad. Like for me, it's like I hate that. Like that's a waste of a number.
stroke. So, fellas, if your stroke game weak, don't call her. So, all right. So we gonna get to the video right now. So let's see what our 12 thing bedroom mistakes most men make that all women hate.
Talk about. All right. So before we start, I created a Patreon at www.patreon.com/ManyMonaco. So if you guys want to go over there, you can schedule a one-on-one video call with me. We can text about your girlfriend, the girl you want, or anything you would like to talk to me about, we can talk about it. Yes. All right. So that's on Patreon. Please and thank you. All right. We're gonna jump right in. 12 bedroom mistake that you guys might want to not make anymore. So you would have repeated customers. Number one, I think I can talk for all women on this one. It's being selfish. We hate that shit. Like, motherfucker, like, why you only thinking about yourself? We are sharing an experience and we're sharing energy, sharing body fluids, sharing a hell of shit. But you're selfish. You're just thinking about you and your own pleasure. You don't think about me. You go down. Maybe if you go down only for like 2 seconds and you're like, ah, I'm done. I did it. No, motherfucker. You need to do a little more because as much as I'm giving you, I think you need to give me. And I'm not saying it's tit for tat, but we need to be thinking about each other a little bit. If you don't reciprocate anything, or if you don't try to at least make me have some type of pleasure, what are we doing? It's all on you. You're the only one who can have some pleasure. Number two.
I wait. I think when she said being selfish, I was expecting her to say something different, but I felt like her number one about being selfish was mostly in regards to like, and she should have just said, I hate when a guy don't give head. Like, don't, eat the cat instead of just, being around the bush saying being selfish, because it was nothing about that about being selfish.
I mean, I see where she's getting at one point because I know a lot of dudes that just like they're out to get theirs and they don't really care if a woman gets off or not. So I know a couple dudes that done said it. Like, I don't give a fuck. I got mine. Should got hers. So I think that
For me,
go ahead.
for me, when I hear like being selfish, it's I understand where she come at, but for me, I feel like when you say being selfish, it means like not taking your time or not, at least not. Let's say if a girl likes, like most girls love massages, which is it's like one of those weird things that like arouses a female. If you don't do like the little foreplay, that's like more like being selfish. Like even though guys might like it too, but that's to me like more towards being selfish. Is like not doing the little things, just going straight for the kill. So like instead of saying being, because only when she talked about being so, all she talked about is just not eating the cat, just going down for like 1 or 2 seconds, then being like, boom, okay, let's go. I'm like, that's the same way for both sides. But I'm like, the foreplay, that's the selfish part. Like, dang, you couldn't like, set the mood. That's selfish. Like, you ain't set the mood. You didn't, rub the feet, rub the back, rub the cheeks. You didn't think about like, just the pre the setting it up prior to getting the wet, and then you go into like, or you just going in straight dry, just boop, we in there.
All right. Well, there we go. Let's go with number two.
Trying different position too quickly. So I understand you guys want to be the man, want to show, oh, I can do this, I can do that, I can lift you up in the air and you come down on my dick. I know you guys want to show off. I understand, but you don't need to show me all the positions that are in the Kama Sutra. No, it's too much. It's too much. Also, by you switching up too fast, it's like I'm trying to get into a rhythm. I'm trying to see if I can get there, if you know what there is. I'm trying to see that. But if you keep on switching me around, making me move and going too fast and all that shit, I don't got time to start enjoying myself. So again, sometimes less is more, guys.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to show me 10 different positions for me to enjoy myself. So relax. Don't go too fast. Don't keep on switching positions. Give me some time to get adjusted to one, and maybe that one is gonna be the one that's gonna hit it, and I'll be like, Number
One, I hope she doesn't really sound like that in bed. And two, I agree with this one because
I agree with that one too.
it's just like sometimes I think this is why I tell men you need to read a woman, especially like if you are in a position that she likes. Is like sometimes you want to stay in that position, get the rhythm in, and make sure she really gets hers in that position. That way,
Exactly.
that way, that keeps her coming back to you. But what was you about to say, B?
No, that's bad. Like no DJing in the bedroom. Like you cannot go from standing up to split section to turned around and within 1 minute. Like damn. Like did you get bored that fast? Is the ADHD kicking in at this point? Tell me. Because there is no reason. Like, and this is not a Pornhub series. This is not a what's it called? OnlyFans series. Like we are not making a movie. You're not trying to get 17 different angles. Like, take your time. Like, first at least attempt the one angle. I don't know, 5 minutes, 30 minutes. Like, eventually the angle will start getting better. And the pace will get better. But if you out here doing 20 angles by the time, she just like, yo, I done ran a marathon. I'm tired at this point.
All right. Let's go with number three.
three, too aggressive with the radio buttons. The radio buttons. Yes, you guys are too aggressive with the boobs. Like I know some women might enjoy that, but some don't. So if you go and you're too aggressive with it, sometimes it kind of hurt and not the good hurt. So you might want to chill. You need to read your women. I say that all the time, but you need to read her. She might like hard, like I said, but if you see her like doing like this, she's not really enjoying and she don't want to tell you, but I'm telling you, you're fucking hurting her. I'm telling you, one dude one day, like, he beat my nipple so hard. The next day, my shit was on fucking fire. I was like, yo. And then the next day, I was like, I don't want to fuck him no more. No, you're hurting me. Yeah, so guys, make sure you read your woman. Not saying women don't like it hard, but make sure you read her. So test it, see her reaction. And if you don't know, just communicate. Talk to her. Number
What you think, B?
She's definitely right about that. Some it's given very much like high school. Like, because you know, in high school, when people do stuff like that, when you like having, when y'all like having sex in high school and stuff, and people doing that, and you don't know better, so it's like your first time, and you don't know better, and then it's just like, bruh. When you get older, you're like, bruh, this is not it.
I would say this, fellas, and this is why I think most fellas should go to a strip club. As that I know a lot of people think it's wasting money, but I think it's a good way to learn a woman's body and
But
like what makes
if they let
what
you
makes her
pinch
body.
their nipples in a strip club, then I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, the ratchet ones at least.
Yeah, even they have the little stand. They you gonna have to pay a little bucks to be doing all of that now. No,
I said picture, not so. Depends on where you go. Like the ratchet,
yeah,
like a gentleman's club, like a real high prestige club. Yeah, you probably won't even touch the women, but in like a ratchet ass strip club, especially the ones where I'm at, it, they do it honestly. If the ones that I've went to previously, they'll grab your hands and sometimes put it on a specific type of body, not the vagina,
yeah.
but not but or the boobs or the butts. I
Back in the
like
days, you couldn't even touch them. Like it was, even though they were in strip clubs, but you still couldn't, put your hands on them. Like they was like a fantasy. Don't get too close to the bouncer come looking at you real straight eye and eye. Like, what you doing, sir? You want a private show? You want that's private money right there. Now I guess the standards had undropped, so I guess.
like I said, it depends on which strip club you go to. It says some joints they'll let you touch, but I know if they let you touch, you can't really drink in there because most dudes they get drunk and it really
Yeah,
bad.
aggressive. Next
Yeah,
thing you know, her nipple on the floor.
they get really aggressive, and it like
Michael
some.
Jackson knows.
But I've never like made I never bit on a nipple that made it bleed, but yeah,
It
but
there's somebody in the world, not just one. It's somebody's a whole gang of them that has had a hanging nipple somewhere. You could
I
probably
feel
find a
sorry for
porn
them.
video if you like Google search that on a porn, like not Google search, but like search bar that. It probably a video. You put my nipple so hard it fell off or something.
I
What
hope not.
there might be a video. I'm not about to go search that. I might search it out, but
You let me know because I still can't watch the video of a woman that she broke the man's penis while she was riding it and some shit like that. And I
oh,
t-
that's crazy.
yeah, to
That
this
should be
day,
on the 12 tips things that women do men hate.
yeah, some girls don't know how to ride, so it's just like, and sometimes you get into it too quickly, and then you just oh man, let's keep going with number four.
Before, I know you're gonna be like, well, how are we supposed to know? But yes, you need a cane to read. You have your senses too. You should know. So not being aggressive enough. I know you're like, well, you say too aggressive, not every. I'm sorry if I'm fucking you or you're fucking me. But at this point, if you're not too aggressive, I'm probably fucking you. But if you're fucking me and everything you want to do, you're asking. You're like, can I turn you around? Can I do this? Can I put a finger? Can I, motherfucker, enough? Or like, you're just soft. You like that? Like at all time. I mean, not saying that nobody is gonna like it, but the fact that you might be too soft is gonna come off as feminine. And as a woman, we want to be a little dominated. I am gonna be honest. We want to be dominated in the bedroom, so we want you to be a little aggressive, not crazy. I mean, some women do like crazy, but you still need to have a little bit of like aggression in you, like, yeah, you're the man. So it's not so much about being aggressive, but it's more like take control, you're in charge. Number five.
Now,
Mhm.
let me ask you. So let's say a man like you getting intimate, a man, he asking you like for like, can he do this? Can he do that? Can he do this like every time? Would that annoy you?
I've probably been stopped at that point. Because at this point, I don't know why you here. I don't know why you here. I don't even know how
Look,
we got to this point. We
I
should
would I would
not
say
have.
this. I don't do that because usually I'm old school. Obviously, if she's obviously she let you that far, you shouldn't like. I don't want to say shouldn't ask for consent, but you should be already taking control and doing your thing. But a lot of dudes, and the Me Too era done like scared a lot of dudes where it's just like, hey, can I touch you here? Can I touch you there? All that other stuff. So, excuse me.
Don't put blame on the Me Too era. No, they was like that. They was like that. It's not the Me Too era. No, they was like that. First of all, the Me Too era didn't stop none of them thugs from being thugs.
Oh no,
If
no,
they
not the
if
thug.
they no, I'm saying if they some thugs in that bedroom, ain't them Me Too era did not stop them. Them niggas was still going in hard. All they needed to them was a yes, and that was consent. It was like yes to everything. It wasn't no yes, oh, just yes to us like kissing. No, it was yes to everything. So if you still need to get a yes for, let's say, making out, a yes for can I lick your boobs, or yes, can I eat you out, or yes, can I smash, or yes, can I rub your butt, then that's a problem.
Oh,
You
shoot.
are not you are not secure in what you about to do, and so you need somebody to like console you to make you feel confident. What you need is to go watch enough Pornhub to regain your confidence to to start trying new things out. 'Cause or find your wife and she will definitely console you. That is definitely where it's at. That she will console you, make you feel proud and excited about yourself.
Oh, hey, father actually wants to join, so I'm gonna try
Oh
to.
snap!
Yeah, I'm gonna send a link to him, see if he can join in. So hold on, father, if you're listening, hold on. I'm sending you the link right now.
Are we gonna start from the beginning or
I don't know. If he was watching, but we could ask. But it's- I just sent them the link.
we can start from the
Oh,
beginning again?
okay. Well, until he comes, let's continue. Let's see what we got at number 5.
Don't hit it and quit it. That's one of the number one fear in women, unless if she's okay, she's that type of girl, or not even that type of girl, but she just want to fuck you and leave. Like she might be that. But a lot of women, we don't want to add a body to our body count. So if we feel like, oh, you just fucked me and now you're gone, we're gonna feel bad. I'm telling you, we're just gonna feel bad. We're gonna feel used. And also, if you want to fuck another time, just by you fuck me, you come and you're like, all right, later. You're not. You're not. Number
That that is hilarious. That is too funny. That is
So, so sounds like you agree with a lot of this so far. So, what you think so far?
oh, I didn't agree with that. The don't hit it, don't quit it. I just thought it was funny that she said that because it's like, well, what was the initial, the initial? Yeah, it is gonna make a lot of anybody feel bad. Even if it was a guy, you smashed the girl. After you smashed, she was like, she already picked up her phone, got her Uber, and was like walking, was getting dressed and walking downstairs. That will make anybody feel bad. But if the initial process going in was that, this was what it was, then like, falling asleep afterwards and not getting up, that's awkward. Like, because first of all, if it's a man and okay, you brought him over to your spot, right? And your initial process was okay, it was just gonna be a boom boom, that's it. Now you got to tell him. So when are you leaving? Now it's weird and awkward.
Oh, you
It's
kicking
like,
him
so
out.
why you? Do you need a ride? You don't have nowhere to go. You don't have a home. Like, what's going on? So if the initial walking in the door was that it was gonna be a boom boom and that's it, a hit and quit, then it's understood it's a hit quit. But if initial walking in was like, oh, this might be my man for the rest of my life. Oh, we're gonna be in this together all the time. Now, if if the sex is bad, then it's expected. It's gonna be a hit and leave and never see you again. But if it's good and y'all both had this understanding that it was gonna be multiple times, or it was gonna be, it was gonna be, y'all in it forever type situation, or like, oh, we together but we not together, but we together, you know, that type deal. And then all of a sudden they cut you off. You're like, dang, they didn't give me a warning or nothing. But if that was not the case and that happened, yeah, you're gonna feel bad. Like, damn, that sucks. I don't I don't added a body count, but you should have thought about adding the body count when you brought them over. Now, if it's bad, it's like, damn, I wasted a body count. So now you got, you can pretend that it don't exist. You can, reset the count.
So you don't count the body? Because I know a
Mm,
lot of women, they don't count the body if is like either as bad or as he was like real quick.
child, women don't count. They get to having amnesia about bodies, about anything. It ain't got to be bad. It got to. It don't have to be a waste. Anything could make a woman have amnesia. That it never happened. She forgot about it. Nah, when? I don't even remember. It's my early set on time Alzheimer's happening.
Okay, Father done enter the chat. How you doing, Father?
Here comes a new challenger.
What's your thought
All
about
right.
hitting and quitting?
I don't do that shit. That's childish. Like, bro, here's my thing. Sex is sacred to me. I'm not like these other niggas that like I get my dick wet then I leave. I use sex to heal. Sex is a healing ritual for me. So I can't just hit it and quit it. First of all, in order for me to stick my penis in you, I have to like care about you. I have to have that like foundation with you. I don't fuck any woman I don't really see myself with because that's a waste of my time and my energy. You feel what I'm saying? I'm a sacred human being. I am not going to waste my life energy for nobody. So if you that type of woman that like now we could be sexually compatible, you know what I'm saying? Like that's different. If we're sexually compatible, I know that because I can feel the energy, the vibration is there, the circumstances are correct. That's fine. But I go out and then I see a girl I like, and then we get to talking and then we smash and then I leave. Like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm a cuddler and I want my juice after.
Not juice.
All right. So how much of this is it saying? Because we can start from the beginning.
I saw from number 5. You
Okay.
can just recap like the first 4. You don't have to like go back.
Okay.
It's up to you, bro.
Let me see.
N- Number one was selfish.
Number
Selfish.
one was being
Oh
selfish.
yeah, nah. I totally agree with women there. Niggas are absolutely motherfucking selfish when it comes to that shit. And like, cause I mean, Ray, you seen ghetto porn. I mean, you
Yes.
seen how them niggas just
Mm-mm.
like I don't know, but sometimes I can't tell whether this is porn or this is like another wrestling promotion. Cause sometimes the way that they be handling the women there is like, bro, like, are you fucking her or are you trying to get her into a cage match? Cause goddamn, and then like they be talking shit, and you're like, yeah, you like that little bitch, and she's like, yeah. I'm like, bro, is that really? I mean, have sex the way y'all want to, but yeah, I can definitely agree that niggas are selfish, and like especially the ones that get they nut, and then like there's either not a round 2 or they don't let the girl nut herself. You know what I'm saying? It's just, oh, I'm done. So this is done. Selfish.
Okay. Number two is trying different positions too quickly.
Nigga, that's not a okay. At that point, it's not sex. It's a fucking nigga. It's a exhibition. Nigga, you know what's it
It's a
called? You
Mike Tyson
remember?
fight.
Yeah, it's a Yo, you remember Pokemon Stadium when they had them little mini games? That's it right
Yeah.
there. The fuck is she fucking it up
Uh,
like it's a fucking Mario party. Here's this
I,
this position. Here's that position. And then we switch to this position. They were like, bro, what are you doing?
exactly. Yesterday was DJing. You know how DJs be cutting the music quick. You were like, damn, you was just about to get into that good song, and all of a sudden playing another song. Like, really? Now you
Hey,
gotta walk back to your seat because you had just got up thinking the song was about to play. Now you gotta walk back to your seat like that. That's
embarrassed.
boring.
you know, damn well when you play back that ass up, you let the whole song play. You don't cut the shit off.
Yeah, when everybody into it, but nah, you realize everybody into it. The whole scene been dead, and the people just finally got up, and now all of a sudden you going back to the dead scene. It's like, oh, okay, I guess this is it.
All right. Number three is too aggressive with the boobs.
Really interesting. I guess he really like your titties, but too aggressive. Like what? The nigga don't got self control. Like
Yeah, she was talking about like that pinch, like you be seeing the BDS like pinching it really hard, biting it to the point where it bleeds. Like that's just too much,
yeah,
way
like
too much.
yeah, because like if I see that, I'm assuming the girl like consented to that, or like that's what she's into. But if he's just doing that shit because he a rough nigga, then like it's you read the first three, and I'm like, bro, at that point, just stop having sex because what are you doing? It's
I
like,
don't,
bro,
I can't believe a girl would. I feel like girls are not like. There go me bringing back into my natural genetics. But girls are natural. Like we don't. Okay, there's a a little bit of aggressiveness that we like.
yeah,
But when you be getting to biting so hard that it's bleeding, I'm like, no. I said we're not about
nigga
to
trying to
perform
eat
Michael
you,
Jackson nose period. My boob is not about to hang on the floor.
bro. Nigga want to taste at that point.
Take a bite out of crime. That's what he.
Take a bite out of
Uh,
crime.
bye bye Mike. Bye bye Mike. Mike.
Like,
Number four is not being aggressive enough.
now this is also very interesting because what Victoria Life just said, like there is a degree of roughness that women like. Of course, women are individuals, so you're gonna tailor it exactly to her needs or what she tells you. It's, depending on whether she communicates or not. But what I'm gonna say with that is some of y'all are fucking crazy. The shit that y'all like, because there's some women that like slap the shit out of me, and then there's some women that be like pull my hair till like pull my hair follicles out, and there'll be other women that like I know one woman that likes being spit on,
Oh,
like that shit turns her on,
Actually, yeah, I know a couple people that like being spit on. It's just like
and I'm like, hey
that's
man,
too much. That right
yeah,
there is
that's
too much.
way too much.
also I know two girls that are into pegging.
Lord Jesus
Yeah,
Christ. No.
Like
like
you talking about like putting that thing in the butthole and
bro,
Yes.
like not just that. That's like the beginning. Like they fuck the shit out these niggas. Like,
Like they get a strap on, and I got a friend that did that to another, some dude that wanted it or some shit like that. She told me that. I asked her how she was. She said it was cool. It was just like,
oh nah, they be fucking the shit out them niggas, bro.
that's
uh,
too much.
yeah,
That's way too much.
honestly, and
That's beyond aggressive at this point in time. That's a man. That's not.
yeah, I mean, yeah, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. B.
No, that was all I said. That's a whole man. Like
Yeah, but my thing
'cause this,
is like too
you
rough.
want you want to smack me, choke me out, spit on me. I would consider that to be part of DV.
at this point.
Domestic violence.
Because I don't think I would ever
Uh,
be comfortable even doing that. If my girl told me, yo, slap the shit out of me, I'm like, why?
yo, you
You
know
know
she
what?
crazy. You slap her and she smiles. It's like, oh, you got a crazy man.
Oh yeah, you real crazy. You wanted what's
Yeah,
her name? The one from Joker.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah, you one of them Harley Quinn type bitch. Oh, okay.
Honestly, and I'm gonna just say this: if you a dude and you like being pegged, you might as well just fuck a dude. I don't know why. Some people, because there's some dudes that believe it's not gay. I said, nah, my nigga, that shit gay. I'm like Riley, like, nah, nigga, you gay.
Nigga, you gay.
All right, let's go to number 6 since he's seen number 5 already.
I'm sorry, but you know it's very cerebral for a lot of women. So if you talk too much, sometimes I cannot focus. Me, I'm goofy. I'm goofy. So if you ask me 100 questions, you like it? You want this? Could I do this? Am I supposed to be like motherfucker? Just try and shut the fuck up. Sorry, I'm never like that with them. But it's just like, yo, I can't focus because it's already hard for me to focus. But now you're asking me questions where I need to answer and I need to focus on what you're asking me. Now I'm not in my pussy. I'm only in my head and I'm not gonna have a good time. I am telling you. So I know again, some women do like when you talk, but it's more like talking dirty. It's not so much talking constantly. It's not it. Number
Oh, she never ever have sex with Wesley Pipes because she will not have a good time.
Or Lex Steel.
Or Lex Steel. Lex Steel will hurt her and put her in a cage match because that's how Lex Steel be doing.
She was right though. I don't know. I think it's porn that has ruined it for so many people
Say
because
that again, please. Say that again.
you watch it and it's so many of these things that she speaks about is things that you see in these videos like Pornhub, um, OnlyFans, RedTube, and the list goes on. And these are things that people be watching all the time, and they have massive views and stuff like that. And this is what like a lot of guys or girls they'll watch and be like, okay, this is what their guy wants. Their guy wants to hear the girl, moan out loud, or even if it's not like the fake orgasm, that just or like let them know, oh, keep doing it right, oh, harder, stronger, faster, whatever, whatever, whatever. And then sometimes guys be like, yeah, can she shut the fuck up? And you like, you don't like that? Okay. Or then he start doing it, you like, oh, this is so annoying. Like, hurry up. Because now it feels like you're in an essay. Like, why are we talking this much? Like,
give me a 100-word essay of how it was good to you. It's just,
I know. You in bed.
nigga, what?
Or then they ask you at the end, was it good? Did you like it? It's like, that's weird. That's awkward.
Do you
So
love
you
this
want me to
shit?
tell you the
Are you
answer
high
right
right
now?
now? Do you ever get
Or
nervous?
When I lost my virginity, I asked that, but after that, I stopped.
I've only had one person ever ask me that, and that was just so weird. And I was just like, do I lie or do I tell the truth? But I'm just like, it is not it. Like, that's not questions you ask. Either one or two things happen. They just never respond back to you. That's how you know it didn't go well. Or y'all don't ever do it again. That's how you know it didn't go well. But if they start getting clingy, that's how you know it went too well. You might have a problem in your hands. Because people lie. Girls lie, guys lie.
Oh man, now you just took me back to when I had to fake a nut just to get out of something.
What do you
I
think?
never thought as a man I would ever have to fake an orgasm, but I, I felt
Isn't
bad
that
for
crazy?
it.
That's crazy. But sometimes you be like, damn, it's still going on. You 5
That's
minutes
how
and you're like, damn,
that's how I felt,
is
and
something
then
wrong with this? How many kids she done had? Because the thing is not giving what it's supposed to give, or
Yeah,
it's just dry.
it,
I
it
don't
was
know,
it
because
was
I don't know exactly how. Like I just can't understand the concept of. Never mind, because I'm not a guy, so I wouldn't understand the concept of a dry. Like when a guy goes in and there's just no feeling or sensation. I don't know what could be wrong.
well for when I faked it was wet at first and then it got dry. So I was like, and then I didn't nut, and then I was just like, you know what? And I could tell, like, because after you do it for a while, it becomes painful. It was just like, I think I'm hurting it a little bit, so I was just like, I faked the nut, it, and then I just tried to play it off. I said, "Good job." I pat her on the head and I left. So it was just
Oh, the disrespect. The disrespect.
the one and only time. Yeah. So let's get to number 7.
Number 7, no foreplay.
That should have been number
Again,
one.
that you need
I
to do on a
agree.
regular every day. You need to take your time and whatever, or you can have quickies or whatever. That's not what I'm saying. But if every time we fuck, it's like you put your dick in as soon as you're hard, that's what's gonna happen. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna have a good time. I'm probably not gonna be ready to receive your dick, and I'm just gonna be like, oh, it might hurt, or it might just not be no pleasure. So at this point, no, I was going to say everybody is losing. Not everybody. I'm losing, and you might be losing anyways because now I don't want you to come back and fuck me like that again. No. I feel like, I don't know. Me, I kind of feel disrespected. I'm not even good enough to put a little effort to make me feel a little something. No. That goes with the selfish. You want yours and you don't give a fuck about me. Number 8.
And you were just talking about this earlier, B. It was just, yeah. Oh
Right. I
man,
feel like that goes hand in hand. Selfishness and no foreplay. That's like hand in hand.
First of
oh,
all, what kind of demon doesn't fucking do foreplay? That's the entire point. I feel like that's the entire point. Because what I'm looking at it like, it's before you work out, you warm up, right? Before, or else you're gonna fucking injure yourself if you go too hard. It's the same shit with sex. You gotta warm up before you get it in. You know what I'm saying? Get the juices flowing. When you roll an orange before you cut it, that's when it becomes more juicy. So roll your bitch before you fuck her. I'm playing now, but yeah, like, yo, foreplay is super fucking important, bro. That's like the building. That's like the fundamentals, bro. Like, if you ain't got the fundamentals down, what makes you think you could just have sex? You know what I'm saying? And also, on another note, her tattoos are fucking fire. That shit attracts me.
her tattoos are fire. Her tattoos are fire. So let's get on to number 8.
Being too quiet. Yes. Make some noise. The same. I tell you all the time. Imagine a bitch, you're fucking her, you think you're doing something, and she's like, looking in the air. You would feel nuts. Well, we feel nuts when you guys don't be making no noise. And I'm not saying you gotta be all girly or like, like loud and shit. I'm not saying that. But you need to say a little something, like a little, oh, fuck, oh, damn, like something. I need to hear something because I'm gonna be looking at you and be like, you okay? You dead? No? Oh, okay. I'm hurting you? Oh, all right. You need to let me know, like, I'm doing something good. And if I'm not, you need to help me help you. Number 9.
I feel like if a man is too quiet, he's a serial killer. I feel like if a dude is too quiet, because like sex is supposed to be pleasurable for both, and you just did there and just saying nothing, just
He don't like you.
That's
what it is.
It's just another day for him.
I think a lot of times for men is the thought of being weird, of like, seeming off, like that's like a girl thing to do. But sometimes girls be needing her ego stroke. I ain't gonna lie. She wouldn't know that, she's doing the right thing, or she's really, she really doing what she gotta do. The same way you expect to hear her, moan or something like that to know you doing what you gotta do. They sometimes be needing that same little, 1-2 confident boost. Next thing you know, they get to go on to 10 more minutes.
Has a man ever like stared at you? I feel like that would be creepy.
No,
It's
that's
like not
weird.
only is somebody hey,
Just staring hard as shit.
hey, yo, father, you know what I just like popped up in my head? Remember when
What?
kids said he was silent nurse?
Oh, in an Abercrombie and Finch fucking dressing room. To this day, that has got to be
um,
one of the fucking most. I don't even know the proper word for it. That's got to be one of the most random stories I ever heard in my life. Yeah, I went to her house. Her dad doesn't like me. Took her over. What they fucking eat? They ate something before they went there, didn't they?
I think it was Popeyes.
Yeah, they ate something. And then they were like in Abercrombie and Finch, and she was silent the entire time. Like, nigga, what? And then remember when we asked them, all right, so like, did you use a condom? What condom did you use? And the nigga couldn't give an answer.
I remember that.
So that means they didn't use one.
No,
Oh, we think he capped.
yeah, we did. Yeah, we think he was capping, but like at the time we believed him because he was already dumb as it is. So we just let that rock. We let him have that because we knew it was going to be some other bullshit, and there was some other bullshit.
I guess he didn't want to seem simp, so he had to make it, a little extra razzle dazzle.
I think simp is too generous. That's how bad he is. Like I'd rather have a simp than him.
I think simp is winning the year 2023. So
Oh Lord, I don't know. Is that you should always appreciate your woman, but when you're doing something a little bit too much and you're not getting the reciprocal of it, yeah,
It really does need to be reciprocated. Like, how the fuck you having sex and it's not reciprocal? What's wrong with you?
right. All right, on to number
and
9.
we not and girls are definitely not asking guys to start, yelling or moaning or ah, none of that. That's not the case. But a little grunt, like a little like damn.
All
Like
right, so
what a oh
if
The
I
damn girl and the old shit.
seem
so
like
if
you can't hold it. Like, oh, and why does they oh you and then now the girl she's about ready to go do some extreme shit. I'm telling you.
you know what, I'm gonna be petty and grunt like them fucking blocks in Super Mario. Ugh! Does that feel good, baby? Ugh!
I can't play with y'all right now. I'm not about to play.
All right, on to number 9.
No, not being shaved or man shaved or nothing. Like it's a bush down there. It's stinky balls. I had a set of stinky balls before. That sounds bad. A set of stinky balls, please, on the menu. And I had to suck his dick. And I was like, how am I gonna breathe if I cannot breathe through my nose and my mouth is busy? Am I gonna die there? Like I
Is she a
was,
porn star?
but I gotta do it. It's
No,
my
she's
duty.
Nah, she just fine as shit.
she's just
Well,
fine shit.
I'm confused as to why she had to. This story about manscaping and stinky balls kind of confusing.
Nah, I think she's just being very descriptive because it was traumatizing for her.
Yeah, I feel like everything she
But she said she had to
explained.
do it. She had to be down there. Rewind it back a little bit so you could hear that part again. She said she had to be down there. Ain't no reason you have to be down there. So wind it back
Not
so you
big
can.
shaped or man shaped or nothing. Like it's a bush down there. It's stinky balls. I had a set of stinky balls before. That sounds bad. A set of stinky balls, please, on the menu. And I had to suck his dick. And I was like, how am I gonna breathe if I cannot breathe through my nose and my mouth is busy? Am I gonna die there? Like I was thinking it. I was like, but I gotta do it. It's my duty. It's not my fucking duty, but make it easier on me, please. Why your balls are stinky and now I gotta smell that shit? Please help me. Help me help you. Help yourself. Don't do that shit to me, please and thank you. And the hair again. It's for you too. You want your dick to look longer, bigger, thicker, whatever. The hair is making it look smaller. So make sure you manscape. Make sure that shit looks nice. I don't want to go to the jungle looking for Mr. Dick. No. Number 10. This one.
Well, for
Yo,
one,
she's
she's a
funny as shit.
musical artist, so
She is funny.
she is funny.
She's she says stinky balls. Yo, but yeah, like yeah. So first of all, what business do you have having sex if you're not even clean? You feeling what I'm saying? Like, bro, nigga, go.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the story didn't make sense. I'm like, well, she had to be down there. Like, first time what?
Nigga, she should have said no. That's another issue too. Like, say no and mean that shit because it's like at this particular point, I'm hearing too many women sitting there talking about we don't orgasm and men don't do this and men don't do that. Meanwhile, you still over there sucking stinky balls. Like, bro, don't you have respect for yourself? You are too fine to be fucking dealing with some stinky ass balls.
Some sweaty balls.
It was during the drought and recession era, I guess. It was during the drought and recession era, I guess.
Well, she need to recession her ass into some nice smelling balls. Cause
I think she has eventually evolved. She's not, there anymore.
What's funny? All this talk about women and their pH balance and things that overthrow. You know, you should. You if you knew that shit was gonna be off balance, you probably should have, like you said, should have washed and all that. So,
Hmm.
what about you? What about number 9B? It's like,
Man,
would you like the man to be manscaped or just stuff like that?
it would be preferably better, but it's it's not like expected or like it would be better to be manscaped than walk around here with loose hair running around rampant. But it's not like, oh, he has to be manscaped. It's a law. You know how some guys like, oh, the girls have to be completely Brazilian, like clean on it. It would be preferably better, but it depends on somebody's preference or the person. Because if you fill in the person, and then I think it's just more hygienically better if they were manscaped, but it's not like, oh, if he's not, it's like oh, that's a L, that's a cancellation instantly. Cut him off.
Okay, all right. All right. Let's get to number 10.
Guys,
Well,
you
what
need
about
to. It's
Go ahead. What was
what
it?
about y'all for preference? Would you rather your girl be completely, shaved, waxed, whatever, completely bare, naked?
if
Okay.
it either gotta be bald or it gotta have a fade. I'm good.
A little bit. Yeah, I don't really mess with the wolf like that. So, yeah. You said fade. I was thinking more of a dark Caesar. I said if it's low, if it's like really low, I wouldn't mind. But if it's just like, oh wow, it looked like Don King in your down right in your private part. I don't know if I can fuck with that. It's just
Oh, I'm weak. Not that old 60s, 70s dude.
yeah. It was like it's like you pretty in the face. It'd be fun. You know, it'd be funny. It's like she balled up top, but she looked like Freeway down at the bottom or some shit like that. So it's just like
Oh my god.
it's just like you start giving it nicknames. It's just like, yo, what up, Questlove? That's what you call her, Pussy Questlove. Trying to get to the roots. But
I
that's just me.
can't.
Yeah, be like,
Yeah,
I would eat it, but I feel like it's gonna make the Rick Ross noise. I'm gonna go in there. I'm just gonna hear.
you
Oh.
gotta put lemon. Oh, that's when it tastes like lemon pepper. That's
Yeah, I'm gonna eat it.
Oh.
Ah!
Right, not the lemon pepper. That's so gross. Why would you disrespect lemon pepper like that?
Shout out to
lemon
all the
pepper.
pears. You know
Oh
what I'm
my
saying?
way!
Shout out to all the pears.
This is a pear.
The pears.
Oh yeah. All right, let's get to number 10.
It's a very important one. Pushing somebody too far or too quickly or beyond their limits, or their comfort zone. You got to make a girl and she got to make you too. It's not just one way, but with women, it's, with everything that's happening nowadays. You need to make sure she's comfortable. She's comfortable with what you're doing, because the minute I feel like you're taking me to that level and I'm not ready to go there, I'm going to be cold. I'm going to be tight. Me, I might still take it just because I just might not say nothing, but I feel like, well, maybe it's my duty, I need to submit to this torture. But if it becomes torture and I don't like it, I don't enjoy it, like for me, it's not going to last. You might get it this one time because I was scared to say anything, but, and sometimes I'm not scared. Sometimes I'll be like, yo, what you doing? But you don't want a girl to react like this to you too, because that's going to make you cold too. So make sure you communicate, especially when you're trying some frisky shit that some girls might not be into, that type of kinkiness. You got to read the room. You got to talk to the girl, communicate, read her body. Like with me, I don't think you can think I'm enjoying it, because I'm not. I mean, I faked before, but if you're hurting me, I cannot hide it. If I'm uncomfortable, I cannot hide it. You're gonna look at me and you're gonna ask me, "Are you okay?" So. Guys, make sure that you don't push her past her limits. You don't want her to feel pressured like sometimes I did, and you don't want that, because she's not gonna come back. Number 11, which kind of.
All right, so what y'all think about number 10?
I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm confused about her. As the story and the numbers keep going up, I'm starting to get confused about her in general. Like, does she deal with a lot of high value men or something? Or like those celebrity type, or like, those men who be doing weird stuff. You know what I mean? Because the pushing beyond the comfort zone, being in pain, is given very much, or like she's not saying nothing about it, or feel like it's her duty, or she has to submit. It's given very much. It's giving me confused. It's giving me very much like I sleep with men that high value men do some weird stuff. Like they do some weird bedroom stuff, like Diddy and his whole peeing on people and stuff like that. Um, or like just some weird, like, or what was the football player that likes to poop on girls and stuff like that.
Excuse me?
I feel like I should know this answer, but I don't.
He wears, like, he has like the blonde tips, and he was like really, like, he's controversial. Light
Odell
skinned
Beckham.
dude. Yeah, I think so. He has like a
Oh,
yeah.
you know what? I remember that story now. Yeah, I know exactly. It was Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, and there's a lot of girls, you know, he pays them really well to do weird stuff. It's not like he's not, fruitful with his money. But it's given very much weird, like, what type of out of your comfort zone? Like, it's given, probably getting smashed in the booty hole, It's given.
Fingers in your booty hole.
I think he said my
In my
booty
booty
hole.
hole.
Oh,
I don't know. It's
I don't know if she's. I don't know her sexual history, and I'm not going to assume anything. But I'm pretty sure it's just like when she's going through this, she's probably had a lot of bad experience with men, and it's just that I feel like once you had that bad stuff, it's just probably one of those. She probably had one of them events where she's like, you know what, a lot of you niggas do this, and y'all need to stop it. I feel.
yeah. I'm not going past my comfort level. Not
And
going
sometimes,
past it. I'm not going through it. If the comfort level is there and it's starting to get, that's a wrap.
and
I
sometimes
gotta
men
go.
do violate. I will say that sometimes men do violate. They'll do stuff like they take the penis out and instead of putting it in the vagina, they'll just stick it in the booty hole. It's just like, hey, you don't even know she's comfortable with it. It's just like,
That's a big violate right there. That's definitely turning somebody up. This point five.
what's
This,
funny? Like I've heard that story many a times where the nigga he's stuck it in the wrong hole and she go "Oop," wrong, and then she had to tell her wrong hole or some shit like that. It was just like niggas is really ignorant like that. I was like, oh, it's like you can't tell which from which unless the joint is like loose or something like that. But yeah, I've heard stories.
thank you. That's the part right there.
Oh, loose booty.
It should
Okay.
be no reason for it to go in there.
You don't do anal at all. I don't. I don't. So
I don't, and I don't think any guy should. I feel like that's what I think. Any guy who does that, Material Life said that. Any guy who does that, I feel like you are borderline gay. Because what is different from mine and someone else? Like you shouldn't even be comfortable or want to even try that. Like it should not even be like what's different from mine and someone else. Like you shouldn't be like, oh, now I understand if vagina is too loose, this thing's not slapping like it's supposed to, then just move on to the next one. She might need a massive size one because she's already been stretched and ain't reformed back. But to say because it's loose up there, oh, I'm gonna just start smashing her down there. At this point, I don't understand what you're looking for.
I don't know. I agree with you. Don't get me wrong. I agree with you. Some people just like. I remember there's this one porn star. She was just She used to tell people all the time. It's just that she was a virgin and she was in a vagina and she was saving herself for marriage. So every scene she did, it was anal. So and it was like that for a while. I don't know if she's ever done a scene where it was vaginal.
It
It
must
was
have cost a
vaginal.
whole lot of money for the person who finally went vaginal work. And the scene, she done brought the pussy price up all the way.
Niggas was with it. It's just like they was like, oh, word. And for some reason, and I will say this: the male porn stars be happy when women tell, oh yeah, you can stick it up there. Niggas get happy. It was like
Yes.
sound like Captain Falcon. Yes.
And then some of them end up, doing male porn with
Yeah.
men on men,
Yes.
and then they say they're not gay. It's
Yes,
just
you're
for
right
money.
about that. Yes, you're right about that. There's a couple of them that they have done male porn and they don't refer to them as gay, but you know,
Bisexual, gay, however they
These
want to
niggas
call
is
it.
gay for clout. These niggas is
yeah.
gay for clout.
All right, let's go to 11.
Goes with number 10 a little bit is degrading her in the process. So I know some women might like to be called slut, bitch. So funny. I was having that conversation with one of my friends yesterday, talking about he always fuck girls, but he always spits on them. And then my other friend who was there talking about, yeah, I pee on bitches. I'm like, you guys like that? I was all like shocked. I was like, I thought my friends were, I shouldn't say normal, but pretty traditional. I don't know. But yeah, I was like, you spit on her? And he was like, they love it. So again, I'm just telling you from what I know, from what my friends tell me, but hey, what I might tell you might not work for everyone, but the majority, I think. So anyway, degrading the girl during the thing. Some girls do like to be degraded and some don't. So you got to make sure you know who you're dealing with at this point. And number 12.
Mhm.
You know what? Shout out to all them girls that went to Dubai that get themselves a prince that be shitting on.
That has got to be
Mhm.
the nastiest shit I ever heard of, man. Like, yo, when I heard that women were actually going over there to do that shit just for the fucking bag, and I'm like, you know what? This is the problem. Too many of y'all have a price. And it's not even the fact that you have like a high price. You have a price that could be one upped by some stupid shit. I'll pay you I'll pay you 300,000 and I'll shit on you. Yeah, okay. Like, well,
Live streaming is on.
And we are back. Okay. Shout out to Marion Barry. That's came and joined the chat. I see you out there, Marion Barry. But yeah, um, you women are weird. I would say that you women are extra weird. I don't understand the. I don't know how you be down on money that you want to go and actually get shitted on, and it's just like be okay with it. I look at any women weird who do that shit. So it's just
What is it? 300,000 to be shitting on is not enough. You gotta remember that for a long time. And then you gotta remember that spot for a long time.
one of
And
these days. Oh, go ahead.
smell gotta be on you for a long time. So nah. But they must be doing out real sad and bad if you going on if the person flying you to Dubai, which is already an expensive ticket for just 300,000, you gotta be going out real sad and bad. Not 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 20 million, not 1 billion, not 300 million, none of that. To be getting yourself degraded on, pooped on, probably gotta rub it on you or something. Whatever else more that you have to spit on, slapped on, hair yanked, called the slut bitch, probably asked to be walked like a dog with a chain around your neck or some crazy shenanigans for $300,000 just to go buy you a little house somewhere.
It's funny because when I think she was talking about being degraded, I was thinking like them calling you names like a bitch, a slut, or a whore in bed. Which, like, I know some women are okay with it, but the whole shitting and peeing on people, and hell, even the spitting, I'll be like, yo, yeah, that's insane. So, okay, let's get
Some
to
women
number.
are okay with it. Like Carisha says, she loves golden showers. She loves being pissed on and sex. And I think she gets paid a pretty penny to be pissed on in sex with her billionaire boo. But I'm like, there's a limit. There has to be a limit to to every woman. You just can't all be okay. I understand the slut era. We can't just all just be willing participant in degradation. No, there has to be a limit.
Amara La Negra said the same thing that she like being golden showers too, and I was like,
Hmm.
that's my dream woman, and I was like, please don't ruin it for me. It like that shit. It almost ruined it for me, but it's just like
It's because I'm telling you, it's money. I'm telling you, once once you get a little taste of money, the thought of like going back to what you're not accustomed to anymore, the thought of being broke, put a lot of girls that would normally have said hell to the no when they were like up top top top. be like, oh, like then all of a sudden now that they're a little struggling a little bit, they're like, I just might tolerate this. Okay, just just got to get this little quick. Nobody gonna know about it, but until somebody knows about it, and it's just like,
I guess. All right, on to the last one, number 12.
Talking such a big game and not delivering.
I
I
hate
say
that.
yes. This is crazy to me. I hear a lot. When I say a lot, most men telling me, I make girls come all the time. I'm like, they either fake really well or you're a fucking liar. Because come on. Like all of them, all the dudes that I've talked to, yeah, they come all the time. All the time, my bitches come. Okay, so now, anyways, you're gonna come and tell me that, hey, I want you to make me come. I want to believe you. So okay, come and do it. And then you come and do it and it's not happening. I'm like, damn, I thought you would be the one that makes me come. No. So shut the fuck up. It's better to not say nothing and over deliver and be like, no, I'm all right. I think I'm cool. And then you're like, oh my God. Like, yes, it's gonna be like that. Like, you see it. I'm like, don't cry. And then we go and I'm actually worrying while it's happening because I'm not feeling nothing. So don't disappoint me. Either shut the fuck up and be good or be a regular, or that's it. That's the way to go. Stop talking. Stop. All right, so that's what I have for you guys today.
All right, so you definitely, obviously agree with number 12.
Yes. Didn't I speak on that on the other episode we had where it was in regards to like the crush thing where I was like, it's weird when you hear a guy like talk on, how great like no offense to privacy, but back then it used to be something about privacy. Like you didn't have to speak on it. Like you knew you was good, and if you wanted to try it out, you gonna have to just try it out. I can't speak on it for you. If you want to know what it's like, come try it out. Now people be like, oh man, I'll put you up in the air. Why I need to be up there for? Why? Why do I need to be up there?
They try to reenact Melvin from Baby Boy. That's what happened.
Right. I had you screaming my name for hours straight. And then you get in there 5 minutes later, it's like, oh, that's it. Oh, you got to give me about 30 minutes. I'm gonna be ready again. Well, then you couldn't you have pregame before you came over, and then when you came over, the real episode was gonna start.
Some people don't pregame.
That's
But
because
it's like
some of us don't know how to have sex.
yeah,
Yeah.
but like you talk this big talk, and like at this point now you're like super excited. You're like, oh, this shit about to go down. You done did all this prep work. You done got all the damn candles lit, ready to go. To just be so disappointed. And now, as a female, there go our number count. Because, guys, you can have 20, 30 in your numbers and feel, like a man. But if a girl goes around, you're like, oh, how many people you smash? Oh, about 20, 30. Damn. Is there still walls there, ma'am?
Again, that's why I never ask a woman about her body count. I just don't ask a woman about it. But
Nah,
also, go ahead, Father.
nah, I was just gonna say, like, to that point, a lot of people really don't know how to have sex because sex is not about the shit you say; it's about the shit you do. You feel what I'm saying? When it's time to perform, it's time to perform. And if you're not delivering, then you're not delivering. You feel what I'm saying? Um, I mean, like, I've had, like little moments where, they definitely could have went better. Like, um, and I've also had like a lot of moments where I'm like, bruh, I feel like I'm God. Like this is like I feel like I'm in my element here. It's just it comes and goes with every sexual experience you have. There's gonna be sometimes the sex is gonna be bomb. There's gonna be other times you just gonna call your Uber during the fucking shit because this is boring as fuck. But yeah, like
Not call the Uber during the.
yeah, like I'm already calling my Uber. He's like, "Why are you on your phone?" Like, don't worry about it. And
That
like
is too
then I'm calling.
funny.
Then Yeah, but like the thing I hate the most, right? The number one thing I hate the most is not only do you talk a lot of shit and not know how to fuck. Oftentimes more than not, it's just the simple fact that you really don't know what you're doing in the first place because you're either pleasuring your girl or you're not. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like there's no like halfway sex, or there's no sex that like oh it's like oh if it kind of feels good. Like it's either gonna be whack or it's either gonna be great. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta be that type of person. Like you gotta know your partner, or just be aware of the shit that your partner likes, and then on top of that, make sure you're actually performing it to the point where they're satisfied. And this is why sexual compatibility is so fucking important. Don't just go out there fucking people because they're attractive. That's the easiest shit in the world. Actually find someone you're sexually compatible with, and I promise you won't nut your orgasm. That's what you want.
And
Last word. Look, and I'm gonna just keep it simple. Just do what I do. I have my days. I'm sometimes I'm honest to a fault, but sometimes I just say two things. I've never had complaints, or some days I go all night, and some days I'm a minute man. Depends on how it goes that day. But most of the time I just say, you just keep it simple. Like she said, don't over deliver or don't oversell yourself. Undersell, over deliver. I think that's what she was trying to say. Undersell, over deliver. That way she could be real surprised instead of her being real excited and then disappointed. So,
for me, it do not. For me, I just feel like is if if I'm talking to a guy and he's like telling me, "Oh, this how great he is," I'm just like, "Damn, you one talkative, friendly man. Like you just one talkative, friendly man. You just be ready to just start spitting out fire, huh? Just ready to spit out fire. Like how many people do you spit out fire to? At this point now, it's just like, do I really want to be part of your spit out fire? Because if you just so over and like excited to like say how great you are and speak on it and tell the world about it and speak about experiences you had and what you can do and what you do, that's just doing too much. And now you have people expecting so much from you. But we all expect so much. But it's one thing to know you're gonna get so much and get so little, than to not have known what you're gonna get and then get so much. Like I wish the era. I hope 2023 is the era of privacy. People are just not so happily to start spitting out how great they are, or like feel like they have to be validated prior to. You don't have to be validated prior to. You get validated as you go. It would be so great that the person would cling on to you to the point where you're gonna be like, "Damn, I need to put a restraining order on this person ASAP. I need to find me a new apartment ASAP. I need to go change out my car as soon as like this is not it. Like I don't like that whole bragging too much. It's just to me it just gives off like you not that great. Like there's an era when guys didn't have to brag. Or girls do that too. They be bragging about it like they so great, like oh, and then you get in bed with them and they all they do is sit lay there. They don't ride. They don't do nothing else. Lay there and sweat. Like what you bragging about laying there? Or you just the best laying there person ever?
oh yeah, there ain't nothing worse than a dead fish.
Even when you put on all fours, it's like you went from all fours to being damn a belly flopper every second. Just like, did I really just waste my time with this?
I mean, you can lay still and do that shit, but I'm gonna tell every single person that I had sex with a cardboard box, and I'm gonna show you their picture every time. I'll show your picture.
Right. You be bragging, but then not delivering. That to me, that's the worst thing to waste someone's time.
I think you should be sued for that.
I
Me
think some
personally.
people have gone to court for that because
Yeah, I will take your ass to court.
What? No, didn't somebody do that? Take somebody to court for something like that, or not?
it was a. I know one like I think I said it. It was like he had a bad date, and then like he tried to the woman took him to court for a bad
Yeah,
date,
that was it. A bad date.
and she tried to curse out the judge and shit, and he was just like not having it.
That's so funny. She probably didn't want to give him no smash, and that's why he was like, "Nah, I'm good off of this."
I'm not gonna lie to you, but I used to go to strip clubs and like some I could use. I'm judging, but there's a lot of women that give trash lap dances, and I assume that they can't fuck. I'm gonna be. It's like it's nothing worse than like a very 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 bad lap dance because not only that you're paying money for the lap dance that it's just like it's not doing anything for you, and you have to tell her to get
Mhm.
up. In which I have definitely told a couple of joints to just get up and like thank you, but no thank you. So, so overall, what did y'all think? Was she on point, or is there
Oh,
some?
I mean,
Do you feel like
overall,
it could have been shortened? Go ahead.
yeah, overall, I feel like she was on point. There are definitely a lot of like, things that I know a lot of women especially don't like, and she pretty much said a lot of them. I guess the only one that I'm gonna kind of push back on is being too quiet and talking too much because it's like, bro, that you had to probably say was just find a happy medium, like don't fucking talk her head off, but at the same time, like be vocal. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there was just some of them in the list that was just like, yo, you didn't really need to add that. You probably could have just said, have like a middle ground when it comes to like being vocal, or have a middle ground when it comes to roughness, and also dependent on your sexual partner. But I mean, other than that, the video was good. She's very funny. She's very attractive. I love her accent. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a good video.
I would, uh, I would say one. There's a few things that she did miss out on. First of all, one thing I would have to say is I hate when a guy who doesn't know how to do slow strokes. That is annoying. No offense to rest in peace Pop, but bang 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 is not cutting it. There is no enjoyment in someone pounding you for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, whatever, however long it takes, hours, they like however long the sex failure happened, there is no enjoyment in someone just pounding the life out of you with no sense of slowness at all. They just going for it. Like that could not be life for any female. I can't stand that when a guy and then they give you this evolution that, oh, it doesn't feel good. It's not for you.
Who said that?
A lot of guys say that. They'll be like, oh, that's it just doesn't feel great, like it, because like they need it to go fast so they can feel like they're at like they're reaching the top, like for them. I guess
Really?
it's in regards to that, how when they like, stroke off and then they do it really fast and then they get to where they need to get, and it's just like, but for girls, our vagina has limits, like real life limits. And that for too long will only do one or two things: dry us the hell out, or put air in it and dry it the hell out. So,
Oh,
and and my other thing would have to be, I heard it. Mm, person who is afraid to make the first move. Like it's not about being aggressive. It's about being afraid to make the first move. Like, you invite her over, and yeah, you or she invites you over, do everything. You know she secretly like you. She's feeling you. She's y'all playing a movie, y'all watching a movie. She leans on you. She's laying on you, or like y'all laying down, and she does like the whole, toot her booty back towards you. You know, constantly agitating it, moving it around, doing all sorts of stuff, or she's like leaning on you or anything, and you don't do nothing at all. You don't, kiss her, or you don't like. I understand, like, first time you probably like don't want to seem like you're a sleazeball or whatever, but the second time y'all meet up, same story, like sixth time, okay. Are you trying to marry me or what? Because now I'm confused. Like, are you waiting for, marriage? Are you still a virgin? What's going on? Like, I'm putting in all this extra work. You're not catching the sign. That is beyond annoying. It's like now you look thirsty. Now you like, damn, this nigga must be going through his friends keying about my thirsty ass.
Oh shit. I agree with both of y'all. Like Father said, it's a good list. She could have shortened it. I think some of that could have been split in half. Especially like and I'm pretty sure
Oh,
it's the accent, even though I like the accent. Some things could have been so simple as, well, selfish. Selfish could have been like three of the things is just don't be selfish, and then could have explained that way.
another thing.
Knowing the Go ahead.
She didn't talk about guys who always want to add threesomes or another partner, and like girls, a lot of times girls hate that. Like, damn, am I not enough?
No, get the yellow one.
What we was just talking about earlier, Father?
No,
What?
I'm saying.
Oh man! Just to let you in, me and Father had this conversation earlier that some girls they may think women are attractive, but don't really want to have sex with them. It's but some of the girls, for their man, they may do a threesome or not, even though they're not comfortable with it. It's a, some of you, and I tell people it's just like be careful because some of your women don't like other women with your mans and shit. It's just like
I don't think a lot of women don't like other women involved in, but a lot of them tolerate it or deal with it, or like you said, go into uncomfortable situations because they want to please their partner. It's not about like they feel like they should be enough. A lot of women feel like we should be enough. Like we should give you all that you need. And if we're not doing that, then there's something that's lacking and we're not being informed that something that's lacking. Or like it's not reciprocated that, we're meeting your fulfillment. But when you say, oh, I want to add this person, like, am I not enough? Or is it because, someone like you wanted to try this with her, so you're thinking it's okay to add on. But what if the situation gets even more strong, more stringent, and now you've fallen for her, and now it's like, oh, you want to see her all the time? Like, damn, okay, count me out, remove me from the list. Go ahead, okay, new girlfriend, I'm about to go find me a new boyfriend somewhere, and we just gonna be single, and you can go become a mingle with her, and I'll go mingle with someone else.
Honestly, I just think it's the fantasy aspect. I think that's why a lot of dudes are so bold to like ask their women for like threesomes and shit, because they probably seen it in porn or like one of their homeboys talked about that shit. And one or two women at the same time, you gonna be him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm kind of like low key speaking from experience because I did have two women before, and it was just like I didn't really think anything much of it. It was just a whole nother other person, and we did what we needed to do, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like it's the fantasy aspect. Like a lot of dudes want to see, they want to put themselves in on that fucking role. You know what I'm saying? Of the dude getting all the pleasure and shit like that. The women solely exist to pleasure him type shit. But like most threesomes, it's everybody pleasuring everybody, which is why men don't want to do it with another dude and a girl.
That's a train.
Yeah, that's a fucking
No,
train.
that's still a threesome.
We call that men. We call that a train.
No,
But
you
it's
still,
not. It's technically not
that's
a
that
threesome
back.
because the men are not pleasuring themselves. They're only pleasuring the woman.
And a lot of times, two women don't pleasure each other at all. They don't even look or touch each other. So then that means the guy's getting a train ran on him.
Yes.
Sure,
Okay,
sure.
as long as the train is reciprocated on both sides of the spectrum, then
I mean,
the train on both sides.
I did say that women, like I know women that peg men, so I am totally in agreement that men be having trains around on them.
If we're not labeling it threesomes because it's different, then let's just label it trains since it's different too.
I'm fine with that.
And then another thing, a sleazeball man. Oh, hate it. Hate it when they just sleazy. Like they just give you like that like all of a sudden they become a normal person prior to, but then they get in the bed, all of a sudden they become a sleazeball. They start doing sleazeball things and just start giving you like weird vibes and make you uncomfortable. Oh, you could just cancel it. I feel like you could have a few more things about like that was, things that women hate in the bedroom, like from men.
I was actually just about to ask you. Is there anything you feel like she left out?
I said all four of those things. I felt like she left out a lot of stuff. I feel like she was repeating herself, like like you said, the being too talkative or not being talkative enough, or what did she say? Being too talkative or not saying any, what was,
Yeah, yeah. It was like being too talkative and being too quiet.
yeah. You want them to shut up, but then you want them to talk. What? Like, what the hell do you want them to do? Just
Yeah,
like
if she would have
mime
said,
and shit?
if she would have said like find a balance, that's what I'm saying. If she would have said something like find a balance, I think it'd have been very more concise. Because some dudes are looking at it as like, damn, you want me to speak or do you want me to not speak? It's like, God, what the? And sometimes it's like that with some women. It's just like you don't know where the balance is, so it's just like, where is the balance?
Or being selfish and then no foreplay. That's the same.
Yeah,
If you're not doing foreplay, you selfish. So, or I understand being aggressive with the boobs because it's different. Being aggressive with the boobs than not being aggressive in bed. Because she strictly, you know, talked about the boobs. What about the guys who be look at these BDSs be coming out of these men, man. These Mr. Grays all of a sudden just be popping up. They be want to pull out whips. Like, what about the guys who's aggressive with the vagina? Not every guy is a boob man. Some guys they be smacking your butt so hard you be like, damn, am I gonna be able to sit down tomorrow?
I can't relate because I'm neither.
I know y'all done seen enough porn to see guys be. I mean, girls, the whole butt be red like hot
Yeah,
fire.
yeah, I've seen it, and honestly, I'm like, I mean, if that's what she
How could
likes,
that be comfortable now?
because some people take pleasure in pain.
yeah.
Pain is like actually one of the most primary sources of pleasure for a lot of people.
Like that's like trauma, like low key. Like,
Not always, not exactly, because like the same, like think of it like this, like you know how they say it's a thin line between love and hate. It's the same way with pain and pleasure. Some people actually experience pain so much to the point where it starts to feel good.
so, do y'all remember when y'all were like younger? And remember that era of like choking someone out? Like
Yeah,
you would choke them before, like,
They pass out.
yeah, and you kissed them right after or something. Like, I don't remember what it was. Like, it was a whole era where people were just doing that all through social media. They was like choking people to the point they pass out, and then like stop right before they pass out. I guess to like create pleasure or something. I don't know. And then all of a sudden, everybody was doing that in the bed. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all?
Some
That's
people like to
there's
watch it.
there's a that's that degrading. There's a limit to the craziness. There has to be a limit.
Yeah, I agree. I said, so okay, let me ask you this, B. Should a man do you rather a man find your spots or would you like tell him some of your spots?
I'd rather him find my spot because I might be surprised. He might find a new spot I didn't know existed. But if I tell him my spot, then that's just at this point I'm just getting what I want at this point. Some guys
Isn't
got
that
enough sex in the world that they know these spots that work on other people that might be pleasing that somebody you slept with never tried before. But if you keep every guy you sleep with, you keep doing the same thing. Oh, for female, we know. uh, Well, females writing for a female brings in an immense amount of pleasure for them, like a lot of pleasure. Which I don't understand why girls don't like to write, which confuses me because that's the easiest way for a girl to get her orgasm going is being on top. But but some guys they have different things that they do that like damn. So if you're telling him what you want and how you want it, and that's all you get, every relationship you get into, y'all you doing the same sex with this person because this works and you haven't tried anything else. This point, you're being complacent and y'all not experiencing it. You're just going at this point you're like a book and you're just reading the same lines over and over. No. I'd rather, try something different. Let him find something. Show me now if he's struggling and I know for okay, now I'm about too many minutes in and at this point like I might have to just jump on top, finish the game
you know
and go on about my business.
he ain't find a spot, so he was just like, you know what?
Didn't find a spot, don't know where the spot at, can't read the spot, lost in the spot.
so do I take a right or nah? But like nah, I agree with like mostly everything you said, because one issue that I noticed with like a lot of dudes, especially, is not only do they not tell you like anything like prior, but again they talk that big game. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. No, I'm about to fold you like a pretzel and shit like that. And then all of a sudden they start performing, and then you're like, bro, like,
Where the pretzel at?
yeah, where the pretzels at? You know what I'm saying? The oven ain't even
Yeah,
on,
hunt
nigga.
some hands, baby.
Or yo, nah, this is another thing, and bro, I swear this is actually becoming more of a common issue. Dudes not getting hard. Like, there's a lot of dudes nowadays, like, bro, they're expected to perform and they can't get it up. That's
I
crazy.
feel sorry. I feel sorry for those dudes because
I
I get
actually,
hard looking at birds. I
bro,
don't know how to fuck. It's a
bro,
joke, but
yeah,
like
nah, but
No,
like,
I'm telling
I,
you,
I
if
even, I even had a situation where my shit died during. Like, 1 minute, I'm good, ready to go. I'm, handling my shit. Then the next minute, my dick was like, all right, I'm closed. And then That was it. I was like,
Mm.
oh,
And you have to, at one point, you have to ask, like, is it you or is it something
honestly,
on the,
I think, yeah, honestly, I just like, because like your body operates in cycles. So sometimes, like, and like, especially for us men, stress is a factor. So if the man is stressed enough, he's not performing. And stress is also unconscious too. So he could be ready to go and he wants to do it with you and shit like that, but unconsciously, he's not dealing with shit. So his body's responding as a result.
or you pulled down the pants and it was just like, yeah, I'm not there.
Yo, maybe his dick was like, no.
That's not happening.
he's, he's like, I know
Let's
you want to do it, but no.
let's regroup. We
He's like,
might need to take a shower. We might need to just go home. We might need to be focused. This ain't it. Might want to take off the phone list.
my mind's telling me no,
At
but
that point, you might as well try foreplay.
my body's telling me no.
Sometimes even foreplay will not help if it's just not there. Like if it's just not if it's not like there, that will never it just won't work. Like it'll get you there for like a second, and then once it start, everything's just died. Like the female can't. You'll start foreplay. She'll get extremely moist, body tensed up, ready to go. Like some guys, they can eat it for hours and then get to laying the pipe in, and it's just not there. No more. It's like, what's going on?
Yeah. And I would say this: if when you got that one partner and you know her like the back of your hand, and you can and just the slightest touch can make her orgasm, that's when you know you got her. It says sometimes it's just being with one person and getting to know her is sometimes better than jumping on, or at least in my opinion, jumping on
No,
different
that's
types of
fact.
pussy. It's a good thing to know is at least me I know it's a good thing to know that you know what it takes to make her come, and then
Hmm.
you just going in there and just doing what you got to do, no questions asked. And also, brothers, like she said, it's okay to take charge when you know you have to go ahead. Just go. You ain't gotta ask consent every 5 seconds. Can I flip you over? Can I touch you here? Can I touch
Yeah.
you here? It's like you
If
already got the consent to just do what you got to do to like get it to get it in. So that's my advice.
Get
You
in
got
there,
any?
if
get in there.
if
Get
you
in
have
there.
to ask consent every 5 minutes, or whenever you want to try something different, or you want to continue on, or you want to do something, at this point, you and both her need to stop. Because at this point in time, this is just not it. Because y'all both feeling awkward, y'all both having awkward situations. I don't know what's for me. I feel like if you're asking that, she has to be crying for you to be like, can like that's the only reasonable reason for you to be in mid stroke to be like, oh, can I flip you over, or can I, oh, lean over to like, could you lean over to the side a little bit, prop up your legs, and like slide down. Shouldn't you flip me over to the side a little bit, school down my legs, slide me down? Like, isn't that something you just naturally would do? Because that's what you want. Like, make the decision, take charge. Like, and then y'all wonder why like some girls be like, oh, I have to be alpha. Like, we expect you to kind of make certain decisions, and that should be one of them. Like, understanding exactly like what pleases you, because if it's pleasing you at the same time, it's probably going to do a really good job, because you're definitely going to do better and keep doing better because you're feeling pleased at the same time. Now if you bust early, now I can't speak on that, because some guys can go back at it instantly. Some guys, it might take a little minute for it to, activate.
Holy Spirit, activate. Holy Spirit, activate. Activate. Nah, but that's
All
true.
right.
That's
All right.
very true.
Any last advice from any one of y'all before I shut this down?
No, I have one piece of advice, and this is so important. Please, for the love of everything that is holy, take a shower after you have sex. Take a fucking
And
shower.
before.
Like, bro, the amount of people that just put their clothes back on and act like everything's hunky dory. Get your ass in the motherfucking shower and wash yourself. Damn.
B.
My only piece of advice is there is no greater thing in life than to remain silent prior to initial start. Like before even getting to the bedroom, or if they ask you about your sex life, there is no greater thing than having some sort of privacy and remain silent on that. If you want to know so bad, take off your clothes and let's get to work. But if you don't want to know so bad, and if this is not going to lead to nothing, then mind your damn business. That's my biggest. I don't even do that for myself. I'm not gonna sit there and tell you, oh, I'm like the best you've ever had. I'm so great. I'll make you feel like you're going to heaven. I'm not gonna do that. But I feel like people being silent and not, speaking highly of yourself and just, letting your actions speak for yourself is very much needed in society.
All right. And on that note, I'm going ahead. We're going to shut this down. I would like to thank Father and B for coming on. Thank y'all.
Thank you for having us. This was
Okay.
amazing.
You know, yeah, I'm honored to have you on. I feel like everybody done learned something. So, with that being said, this is the after party, and we don't sign out. Peace.
Peace.